It is time for Week 9 as the Miami Dolphins played host to the New York Jets in their second matchup of this season. Taking on the winless Jets are the undefeated Dolphins, and the Jets are led by Josh McCown this game. They made the switch from Teddy Bridgewater to Josh McCown mid-season. And here in the first quarter, we'll start things off with the veteran QBs. He hooks up with his tight end Clive Walford down the sidelines. He would get into Miami territory, and then later on in the drive, the Jets 3rd and 11, need a conversion, and McCown finds Jermaine Kearse for the first down. Now inside the 10-yard line, McCown dropping back yet again, rolling out to his right. Could have probably just scrambled that in, but instead tried to find a new one. He drops it on 3rd down. They settle for a field goal. 3-0 Jets is the lead. Back with the Jets on offense, 2nd and 8 for Josh McCown. He finds his tight end Clive Walford, 1st down Jets. 1st and 10, very next play, now in Miami territory, Clive Walford again. 1st down Jets, 3rd and 5, they need a conversion. McCown says, screw the conversion, let's just go for the touchdown. Diving catch, Robbie Anderson in the end zone. Touchdown Jets, they jump out to a 10-0 lead. Now it's finally time for Tannehill and the Dolphins offense to take the field, wearing their all-teal unis on the Jets' 27-yard line. Tannehill drops back, fires over the middle for Gavin Escobar, who catches it and then gets laid out by Adams, forces a fumble, recovered by Darren Lee, but somehow that is a safety because I guess he stumbled into the end zone. They didn't give him forward progress, so the Dolphins get the ball back. They proceed to drive down the field, now inside Jets territory after that barrage rush, and then Tannehill finding Jakeem Grant on the fake screen wheel. It is now a 10-9 ball game here in the second quarter. We pick things up with the Dolphins on offense yet again. Handoff to Kenyon Drake. He picks up a 1st down to the outside. 3rd and 6 now, as Tannehill in the pocket fires over the middle for Devontae Parker. 1st down for the Fins. Then 1st and 10, Tannehill moving around in the pocket, high steps out of the tackle, fires to Albert Wilson for the 1st down as he is hit down inside the 10-yard line, but Tannehill is down on the play, holding his shoulder. Turns out it was a shoulder tear. He will be out for multiple weeks, so in comes Brock Osweiler. But his first play in, he hands it off to Kenyon Drake, who gets into the end zone for a touchdown, and the Dolphins are now on top in this one, 16-10. We move things on to the Jets on offense now. About 4 minutes left in the second. Handoff Isaiah Crowell, picks up the 1st down and more. Now on the 39 on 3rd and 9, McCown finds Quincy Enunwa for the 1st down inside the 15. They would settle for a field goal though, as it's now a 16-13 game. Dolphins back on offense. Osweiler still hasn't done anything because he hands off to Kenyon Drake for his 2nd play in, and Kenyon Drake takes off for the touchdown. A 71-yard rush for Kenyon Drake. The former Alabama Crimson Tide makes it 23-13. Late second quarter now, 2-minute drill for McCown. Hooks up with Robbie Anderson for the 1st down. Then it's going to be hooking up with Neil Sterling, the former Monmouth Hawk. 2nd and 15 now, as McCown hooks up with Enunwa for the 1st down, but they would not go much farther as they kick a field goal to make it 23-16 at half. Now Brock Osweiler finally getting some action here in the second half, and he is going to be sacked on 3rd and 15 by Leonard Williams, forces the fumble. It's picked up by Lorenzo Maldine, and the Jets go the other way with it, but the defense for the Dolphins came up big, held the Jets to a field goal. 23-19 is the score. Now the Dolphins back on offense. Osweiler finally getting some time, bombs it up to Devontae Parker. Comes down with the catch, sheds a tackler, and he's going down the sidelines. 79 yards, count them up, to the end zone. Touchdown Devontae Parker. It is now a 30-19 ball game. Jets on offense now. McCown finds Robbie Anderson, sheds a tackler. He's going to pick up a few yards, do a little bit of a weird running animation there, and he's finally dragged down at the 27-yard line. 3rd and 10, McCown needs a conversion. He finds Bilal Powell coming out of the backfield, picks up the receiving touchdown. It's now a 30-25 game as the Jets are still hanging around in this one, thanks to Josh McCown. About halfway through the 3rd quarter, I should say, as Osweiler finds Kenny Stills, picks up a few yards after the catch, and he's finally tackled at the 22. The Dolphins would settle for a field goal to make it 33-25. And then the Jets would end up driving all the way down the field, punching it in with Isaiah Crowell, and it is now a 33-31 ball game as the Dolphins have a very narrow 2-point lead now. Dolphins on offense here in the fourth quarter. Osweiler finds Devontae Parker, makes the reception, but he is laid out. Forces the fumble as well. The Jets recover, so they're back on offense. Terrell Pryor picks up the first down in the passing game. 3rd and 7, Jets need a conversion. Josh McCown is taken down by William Hayes. He had 3 sacks on the day. That was number 2. Forces the 4th and 15, so they settle for the long field goal that just barely stays fair as they take a 1-point lead here in the fourth quarter. 6:15 left in the quarter now as Osweiler fake screen wheel. He's got Jakeem Grant deep. He shows off the cannon as he hits Jakeem Grant down to the 10-yard line. Then in the very next play, Osweiler would shoot himself in the foot as he throws a pick right to the safety Marcus May. And the Jets are going the other way with it. But then when the Jets take over, Josh McCown on his own 43 is picked off by Cordrea Tankersley, spins out Jermaine Kearse, and then just flat out burns Josh McCown into the end zone. A pick 6 for Cordrea Tankersley, arguably the best DB on this team this season, as he makes it a 42-34 game, and that would all but seal the deal, and then it would definitely seal the deal on 4th and 2 when Stephon Anthony picks off Josh McCown. And that would be your final score on this one, 42-34, as the Miami Dolphins remain undefeated despite Josh McCown absolutely lighting it up in the passing game in this one. McCown was 39 for 63 on the day with 532 yards. That is towards the top of the single-game passing yards leaderboard. Ryan Tannehill went 10 for 14, 144 yards and a touchdown, but then Brock Osweiler came in when Tannehill had a shoulder tear, and Osweiler went 11 for 17, 272 through the air with a touchdown and a pick. Kenyon Drake, 11 carries, 114 yards, and 2 touchdowns in the ground game. And then in the receiving game, there was a lot going on. Quincy Enunwa, Jermaine Kearse, Robbie Anderson, Devontae Parker, and Jakeem Grant all had over 100 receiving yards. Devontae Parker, the best day, though. 5 receptions, 167 yards, and a touchdown for him. It was not all good news, though, as like I said, Ryan Tannehill is going to miss the next 3 weeks with a shoulder tear. He will only miss 2 games, though, as there is a bye week in those 3 weeks, and then he will be back in time to take on the Buffalo Bills for the first matchup against the Bills this season. We also went out and signed Bryce Petty, brought him back to be our backup QB while we're waiting for Tannehill to be back from his injury, and to make room on the roster, we released Frank Gore because he does not have any playing time anymore. He is too old and too slow to be getting time on this team. And with that being said, that's going to wrap things up here for this edition of Miami Dolphins football. Don't forget to tune in next time here for Week 10 as the Dolphins travel out to Green Bay to take on the Packers. I've been your host, Jerseyborn, and I'm saying goodbye.